This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.
City Football Group. This is all about focusing on City Football Group and its domination in football and its domination yet to come further in time. I tell you what, this is certainly an issue that nobody's talking about, but somebody needs to take it very seriously, because I'll read you what's on the CFG, our story. Manchester City is an English Premier League club whose roots began in East Manchester from its first incarnation as St Mark's West Gorton in 1880. Blah, 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 blah. If you read that front page, and we'll drop the link down below, but if you read that front page, it is so politically coerced and orchestrated in every single way, from players, from community. I tell you what, take a read of that and you won't enjoy it. If you're a Man City fan, you'll see that it's all about your club, but you won't enjoy it. Now, you can go on to read about all the clubs that CFG, City Football Group, has purchased over the years. But I ask you this one question. Does one club needs to have its fingers in other people's pies? You see, City Football Group, Manchester City owner, owns 11 other soccer clubs. Now, for me, for the life of me, I can't see that that's a good thing. I think that domination like that is definitely a bad thing. Not just financially, but in other ways too. I ask you a question. Is this good for the game when one club has a management group? Because that's what CFG is. Yeah, City Football Group is a management company, and what they are very good at doing is pulling the wool over your eyes in many different ways. They're saying that this is community, that this is about the clubs, yada yada yada. This is about your part of the world and embracing growth in the game, and we're looking for talent. We're looking for talent. We are looking for talent. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Manchester City, okay, they've got 12 clubs, CFG, City Football Group, 12 clubs under their purchase, under their business licensing in a few parts of the world. But I ask you this, how many clubs is enough? They've got 12, but is 10, is 20, is 50 clubs enough? I mean, take a look at the map. They've got Manchester City, Lommel, Troyes, New York City FC, over in New York, Girona, Club Atletico Torquay, Melbourne FC, Mumbai, Palermo, Sichuan, Yokohama Marinos. How many more clubs do they need? I mean, the other part of this, which I think is really not correctly fair, is that most of the players around the world, they're picked up by scouts. If you don't know what a scout is, I'll break it down. A scout is a man, a woman, who knows how to find talent, who sees talent on the field and can get a phone call to higher-ups in soccer clubs local, whereby grassroots players are picked up by people watching games. And there are guys that are paid by the professional teams called scouts that go and watch the games and pick up the talent. Well, when you have CFG, City Football Group, going around buying all the clubs around the world, because they're dotted all over the globe, you're attracting kids to come and play at your academy, at your club, and not clubs where they may have gone to prior to you turning up with your City Football Group. So you're actually killing the scouts and you're killing club scouting. And I tell you what, that's something that's gone on since the dawn of time. Scouts find the talent. But CFG, City Football Group, is using its might being financially raw dollars and facilities, to attract you. Now, you might say, yes, they're going to attract some kids and that'll make those kids a fantastic career. Yeah, I guess it will. But it's not always going to be that those kids are going to end up at a team where they probably should have gone to. They're now being steered by the dollars, by the money, by the influence of CFG and its global reach, because it has a global reach. You've got 12 clubs on the planet, you've got a global reach. But it's killing scouting and it's killing clubs and their club scouting. Now, on the financial side of things, if you have great academies and you're luring all the young talents in and around the world to come and train with you, play with you, and you dangle Manchester City in their eyes as the club that you want them all to aim off for, because let's be frank, these 11 clubs under Manchester City, which is under City Football Group, are all about getting talent to rise to the top. The cream of the crop has got to go to Manchester City. Let's not be dwarfed or misled here. Don't have the smoke pulled over your eyes, people. It's a case of see it for what it is. It's a training and a training expansion to exploit the talents of the world and send it to Manchester City without having to pay billions and millions of dollars in the future, whereby they can nurture and nurse the talent themselves and take it to Manchester City without paying big bucks. It's a smart move, but it's an unfair advantage. Not just financially, because let's face it, Man City owners have got plenty of dollars, where a lot of the teams in the EPL, Bundesliga, Serie A, Liga 1, just to name a few, maybe La Liga too, they don't have that kind of spending power. Even Barcelona doesn't have the spending power that they used to have, remember? So that's why they go for a lot of freebie transfers. But it's unfair financially, it's unfair scouting, and in competition, if you're picking up all the best talent and you're nurturing the talent to come your way, like CFG is with its big Manchester City team, with all the 11 little teams, then that also is an unfair advantage in competition. And I'll tell you what, I ask you this, is domination ever good? Is it ever good? Is domination ever good? You can have a chuckle on that one. Some things you might think, yes, but in soccer, this way, training, nurturing the young, stopping the young from probably going to other clubs, etc., etc. No, I think domination is not a good idea whatsoever. By the way, if you haven't subscribed before, please do. We love subscribers. And pass this channel around to everybody you know. We've got some big Canadian news coming through pretty shortly. But hey, hit the button, like and subscribe, please. And show that you love the channel by subscribing and spread it to your soccer mates. Now, listen, 11 feeder clubs is what CFG, City Football Group, is all about for Manchester City. At the end of the day, they are picking up the talent. It's going to Man City, or it's going into the academies around the world, and then it's going to go to the academy at Manchester City, and whereby a lot of the talent that people could be picking up, they're not going to get to it. Question, should FIFA block any more club purchases by City Football Group? That's what I'm thinking they should do. I think someone needs to step in, because you know what? If you've got billions of dollars, that's not how you rightfully rise to the top. But it seems when you look at how money's been spent, and especially some of the big clubs in Europe, and you look at the ownership angle and where it's all coming from, it seems they're all following the same tactic. Money buys you what you need. It gets rid of all the problems, and eventually you get the silverware. Man City still have not won the Champions League, but bet you, I tell you now, that's what their aim, that's what their goal is for the future. So, City Football Group, your thoughts. Is this financial domination unfair, or is it good for the game, or will it ruin competition? I've gave you some of the highlights. Check out where the pictures are and check out where them clubs are. And again, I tell you, domination by City Football Group, it's a problem now, but it's going to be a bigger problem sooner or later, and sooner than later. And don't forget, they've already been called in front of FIFA and UEFA for financial discretions. Well, where there's smoke, there's fire. And I really hope someone really starts to put a good visual on CFG for the integrity of the sport and also the young players coming through. Hope you enjoyed that. That's my take on CFG. If you're a Man City fan, tell you what, love the title, love your champions. You've got a fantastic team. But now you know a little bit more about how you got that team and how you're going to keep that team and how you're going to keep bringing the talent that no one else gets to bring. Okay. Next show, more Canadian. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe. And everybody, have a great day. And don't let anyone bend it up.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.